Well, it would seem as if New Yorkers are getting so fed up with progressive Governor Kathy Hochul's leadership, or rather lack thereof, that they're beginning to take matters into their own hands. You see, as I'm sure you've already heard, as of late there's been a huge surge in crime and violence on the New York City subway system, with people getting set on fire, pushed onto the train tracks, stabbed, shot, and physically assaulted. These things have become frequent, everyday occurrences under Kathy Hochul's oversight. And so now, finally, people have had enough. Introducing New York City's Guardian Angels, a nonprofit volunteer organization set out to protect New Yorkers. As a little bit of a history lesson, the Guardian Angels were originally founded in 1979 during a spike in New York City crime, primarily focused on protecting the subway system, which is where a lot of the New York City crime tends to happen. And so, as a consequence of all of this progressive legislative failure, the Guardian Angels are officially coming out of retirement to once again patrol the subway. Take a look at this.
Well, in our day and night patrols, three-person patrols, we're all together, we're walking through the cars, which is something the police no longer do. Notice there are no mental health workers, there are no crisis intervention. They have all these fancy names. I never see them. And we spend millions of dollars, I might add. Our job is, A, do a wellness check on a homeless person. If they're homeless or emotionally disturbed, see if they're okay. If all of a sudden we walk into a situation where there's an episode, which oftentimes happens, we have to calm it down. A lot of times, these homeless and emotionally disturbed persons, they know of the Guardian Angels. We can have a calming effect. We can also bring the situation to the attention of cops on the platform.
And so I have a couple thoughts on this entire situation. First off, it's great that people are finally standing up saying enough is enough and working to make their city safer in a peaceful way. That said, how sad is it that this is even necessary? People shouldn't feel inclined to do this. All of these crime-related problems in New York shouldn't even be happening in the first place. The fact of the matter is that the only reason New York City has gotten so bad lately is because of the terrible progressive policy, the terrible governor Kathy Hochul, and her inability to tackle the real issues. One such real issue I'm personally trying to tackle is to convince all of you guys to subscribe if you enjoy the videos. I feel like every day I'm combating the YouTube algorithm, and subscribing helps a lot. But anyway, you see, generally speaking, criminals try to get away with as much as they possibly can, and if they detect that no one's going to punish them for what they're doing, they're just going to keep doing it. And that's exactly what's been happening across the country. There's been a complete lack of law and order, namely a complete lack of consequences. And now, once again, the Guardian Angels are a non-profit volunteer organization, meaning that these are just everyday normal people taking time out of their day to help make New York City a safer place. You know, New York has a state income tax and a state sales tax, and New York City specifically has an additional unique sales tax on top of all of that, because why not? Wouldn't it be nice if that tax money was spent on, oh, I don't know, making sure that people can ride the subway without getting set on fire, or that people that actually do stand up against these violent, mentally ill thugs don't get criminally held up in kangaroo courts? But you know what? Maybe right now, as a nation, we are at an inflection point, and we're going to be shifting away from all of this progressive ideological brain rot that has gotten us here in the first place. One can only hope. And so, hey, with this one, I want to know what you guys have to think, so please drop a comment down below. Please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe. It's huge and it helps a lot. Thank you all very much for watching, and as always, stay safe.